How's it going, guys? Cameron here with Canadian Gamer coming at you with another video. I haven't put out a lot of content lately, at least content where I'm in front of the camera. It is just that time of year, it's a slow time of year. A lot of us adults, not me in particular, but a lot of adults are, getting their kids ready for school and getting out of vacation mode. Those of us who took the whole summer off because we're teachers and we don't work in the summer. I'm looking at you, John Hancock. But yeah, no, there's just not a lot to talk about. Even channels that I'm subscribed to that would periodically post videos, weekly or bi-weekly, haven't been posting a lot of content. So there's just not a lot to watch on YouTube. So, it is one of those things that's like, I'm that person, I'm not going to post a video. I have before, but, just for the sake of posting a video when I don't have a whole hell of a lot to talk about. And today is, as I say that, one of those videos where I don't have a lot to talk about. So it will be a short video. One quick thing I wanted to mention here, any of you music enthusiasts out there, particularly in the metal community, you may or may not have heard, but Pantera, yes, you're not hearing things. Pantera has announced a couple of concerts towards the end of the year. Playing a couple of festivals, I think, in South America. I could be mistaken on that. So I don't want to call it a reunion. It's obviously not that. You can't replace, obviously, Dimebag Darrell and obviously the drummer as well, right? Vinny. And what's gonna end up happening here is Phil Anselmo, the lead singer of Pantera, and Rex Brown, the bassist. They're going to get together with Zakk Wylde, Ozzy Osbourne's guitarist, Black Label Society, and they're going to have the drummer from Anthrax as well. So if there was two guys that could pull it off, it would be those two guys, absolutely. Charlie Benante, I believe that's how you pronounce it, the drummer of Anthrax. So it'll be interesting to see if those guys tour into 2023. I would love to check that out. That would be amazing. I'm a huge fan of Pantera. I saw Phil Anselmo live in concert over a decade ago in Montreal at the Metropolis with his band Down. And when he played at the Metropolis, I'm pretty sure he had, was it Rex Brown or Pepper Keenan? Maybe both of them in the band Down. So, yeah, obviously it's kind of weird that they're calling these shows, they're going under the name Pantera. It's kind of, some would say, in poor taste or maybe poor timing, because the drummer of Pantera passed away, what was it, about 2 years ago now? But I think they're doing it, I know they're doing this just as a tribute to those two guys and to give back to the fans as well. So I think if they tried to tour, or maybe not tour, but play a couple of shows and not call it Pantera, then there wouldn't be as much hype surrounding it, right? So I'm not too concerned about whether or not it'll live up to the hype as far as the music is concerned, but I am kind of, I don't know, always skeptical of Phil Anselmo with his, I don't know, the way he is. You don't know which version of him you're going to get when he's on stage. But I watched some live performances of him from 2 years ago, and he sounded pretty good. It looks like he's got a little bit of a beer gut going on. He is about 54 years old, so he's not the scrawny, 170 pounder that he was back in 1992 in the Cowboys from Hell era. So yeah, if you didn't hear about that, you can look it up for yourself. It is going to be under the name Pantera, and they're going to do a few shows at the end of the year. So that's really, really exciting. Looking forward to that, absolutely. Other than that, like it's a real short video. I did want to mention I popped on Ridge Racer 5 last night, and you can see all the jumbo video stickers on this rental. But this is a curious game because when I first popped it on, what was it, last year? I couldn't get into it. I thought there was something wrong with the drifting mechanics. Really turned me off. And then I watched a video from Digital Foundry talking about Ridge Racer, and they were talking about this game. I'm like, maybe I should go back and give it another try. And I went back last night and I put it on and something just clicked. And now I understand the handling mechanics and I'm having a ball with this game. So, you know, maybe that could be a topic for another video altogether. But video games that you tried initially and you were completely turned off, you know, by maybe the graphics or the gameplay mechanics, and then, you know, it gave you a terrible first impression, and then maybe you went back to it a couple of years later and tried it out again, and realized that you were missing out on a really good game that you just didn't give a good chance to, right? You just sort of gave up on it before understanding maybe the gameplay mechanics, as an example. So this is a prime example. Terrible first impression, but now that I've gotten into it here, into the thick of it, I'm really enjoying it. This is probably one of my most favorite PS2 games that I own. And this is actually, funny fact, apparently this was the first game to ever be released on the PlayStation 2, was Ridge Racer 5. So it looks really good. I believe it has the ability to run in 1080p. Maybe I'm off on that. Maybe I'm wrong on that. But the game looks really, 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 really sharp. Absolutely. So Ridge Racer 5, kind of hard to find these days. You don't see it out in the wild too often. I would like to pick up Ridge Racer 7 for the PlayStation 3 if I can find it. It's, for whatever reason, it's quite elusive. I haven't been able to find it out in the wild. So maybe one of these days when I go to the big city, I'll check out one of the retro boutique gaming stores and see if I can find it. So the last thing I'll mention before we shut her down here is Days Gone. I've been talking about this off and on the last couple of weeks. I have really gotten into this and I really do enjoy it. I think it's fantastic. I think it's incredible what Ben Studio did with the landscape. This takes place in the Pacific Northwest region. Looking at you, John Hancock. And just the terrain in this game, I don't know. I think it's really good. Anyone who dogged on this game, I don't think they gave it a good enough chance, like I said. It's funny, Ben Studio, they go from, back in the day, they were actually the developers of Bubsy 3D. I don't know if you remember that game. And now we've come full circle and they've put out Days Gone. So, yeah, I'm a little bit late to the party on this one. But, no, I'm really enjoying it a lot. The graphics are absolutely incredible. And, yeah, I would say I can't give it a rating yet because I'm not done it. But so far, I don't have much bad to say about this game. That's for sure. I do find it kind of funny. You know, you're on your motorcycle. And it doesn't look like he has dirt tires on it for off-road use, like a dirt bike. But you're able to go on-road and off-road with this bike that he's driving. It's kind of like, not a Harley Davidson, but I don't know, maybe a Victory motorcycle. So, yeah, that's it. Just playing my games, partaking in a little bit of speedrun.com. Triggered a few people on the weekend talking about speedrun as well. Couple of snowflakes in the community, let me tell you. I'm kidding. So, yeah, that's it. Not much else to talk about. Even when there's nothing to talk about, I still always find a way to drag out a video to almost the 10-minute mark. That sweet, sweet, sweet ad revenue. I guess the other thing we could mention before we cut it off, I don't know if you heard, there's a crazy event happening out in Saskatchewan. Stabbing. There was a mass stabbing out that way, so that's just awful to see that. And there's apparently a manhunt as we speak. They're looking for one of the suspects. The other suspect has been found dead. I presume he was probably murdered. But yeah, heart goes out to those families and friends in that community. That's just awful to hear that. Like, why is this stuff happening? Oh my God. Unbelievable. So, yeah, that's it. I'm going to cut it off there. And I'll probably play a little bit of Ridge Racer tonight before I go to bed. And I just wanted to touch base with you guys in this video and let you know I'm still alive. So anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. Have a great night.